cost per click and click-through rate. Two wonderful metrics that a lot of people talk about that are actually of no use to you on Facebook. Let's get down to why Facebook's an optimized CPM platform and why these things that were super important on Google and on email and on programmatic and on demand and inventory-based platforms that a whole bunch of people learned how to succeed actually have no bearing on Facebook, because Facebook fundamentally is completely different, and why looking at those metrics is an extreme liability to your success. Cost capping, click-through rate, garbage metrics with garbage thinking. Let's go! All right, now, I said some things there. I'm going to back them up. Here we go. Click-through rate and cost per click have no bearing on your success when it comes to Facebook. I stand by that 100%. Let me first give you an understanding of why these are metrics that people talk about, because you hear a lot of people talk about them. And there are basically two reasons why people talk about them. Number one, they learned how to advertise in a way where you were not able to control the customer journey, right? Like, I mean, you had to place control over the customer journey. There was not an environment set up to optimize it for you, right? So in Google and programmatic and in display and native and email and all of these things, you truly define the success by, well, how cheaply can I get my traffic and how effective am I at getting it? Because those are effectively demand and inventory-based platforms that fundamentally rely effectively on volume of traffic and the efficacy of bringing them in. Facebook is not that. Now, the other reason that people look at this is either because A, they don't understand that that's the truth, or B, far more often, B, it's really easy to look at these metrics to show some value and some insight. A lot of folks make have the error of thinking that what's really important is being able to understand every piece of the funnel, being able to control every single element. However, on Facebook, we don't worry about that because that has no effect on our overall success. Facebook's success has nothing to do with the cost per click or the click-through rate, and let me tell you why. Now, I dropped something here before. Facebook is an optimized CPM environment, which means that they control the customer journey from platform to platform, and their business objective is to show people the best content that they can. Facebook's number one objective, which makes them very different than Google, email, and Amazon, and display, and programmatic, and everything else, their number one objective is to keep somebody's attention and to show them an experience that they'll appreciate in a way that is also positive for the advertiser. Now, that is fundamentally different than what we see on Amazon or Google or someplace else, because those environments are very much, it is bad if it takes you a long time to find a result on Google. It is bad if you spend too much time on Amazon. It is bad if you have to watch a lot of a video to try to maybe make a click. It is bad if they have to show you banner ad after banner ad after banner ad to get your attention. The objectives of inventory and demand-based, keyword, search, and placement-based platforms like display, Google, Amazon, etc., their goal is to charge as much money as possible, basically charge it to the highest bidder, and also a way that allows that user to get off of the platform and get exactly what they want as fast as possible. It's transactional. Facebook is not. Facebook is experiential. Facebook's objective is they look at billions of people across millions of websites, analyzing trillions of data points in real time across multiple devices and multiple platforms, Facebook and Instagram, plus other sources of information that they have. And they collate all of that into a way to try to understand how do we make sure that this person's experience is as strong as possible. The average person swipes the height of the Eiffel Tower on a daily basis on Facebook. Do you think you even swipe a foot on Google? How about Amazon? How many hours a day are you scrolling through Amazon and Google versus time spent on TikTok or Instagram Reels or Facebook? Understand that those platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot, they're designed to keep your attention, and they sell that attention for profit, which means you don't care what the cost per click is because your interest is not in low cost, high quantity traffic. Your interest is, please show this to the person who's most likely to take a desired action. And you feed back the information so that Facebook can see what a successful user journey is and so that they can replicate it over and over again. That's Facebook's job. That's how the system works. And so what that really means for you is, does it matter if it costs you $5 a click or 5 cents? I'm going to guess that if your conversion rate on a $5 click is 20% and you're happy with a $25 CPA, you won't be upset when it goes to $5.05. But if your conversion rate is like 0.1% off your traffic because you are prioritizing getting the cheapest click, again, you're prioritizing how effectively can I get somebody off of Facebook. So you're prioritizing working against Facebook's #1 objective. If you're prioritizing against their business model, how effective do you think you're actually going to be at driving quality? There is a very big difference between volume and quality. And anybody that's been in the lead game for a long time, the lead gen game, will tell you low-cost leads are garbage. So let's get to another point. Click-through rate. Do you care what the click-through rate is? My point is, one, you have no control over the click-through rate. Do you want ads that are clickier? Look, we can get you lower cost clicks and ads that get a much higher click-through rate so that you get much worse traffic into your store that heavily impedes the ability for your email and your search and everything else to be effective. We can absolutely make you something that makes you feel good by hacking a non-performance based metric that ultimately hurts every effort you have downstream, because remember, Facebook's job is to drive intent. Or you can give a shit about the customer. And those are two, I would say, mutually exclusive endeavors. I have seen massive success from just about everybody that prioritizes the customer experience and overall performance. You know what I don't care about? Cost per ad to click. Why do I care about how effective can I get somebody to show interest and waste my time? An add to cart is not a purchase. Why would I care about cost per click? Am I really interested in how many people of very low quality can I get to go to my site? Is it really going to help me on Google when I get a whole bunch of people coming to my site and bouncing immediately? Is it really helpful for me to try to find what is the stuff that is most likely to get somebody to know who I am and then use that to, well, I'm not going to care about what actions they take, but as long as I have a lot of customers, it's going to be effective. Look, I can line you up 1,000 test drives for a Tesla SUV. All I have to do is go and offer a broke, college kids $5 to show up or whatever. I can pay people effectively to do it. You're going to have test drives all day and no one's going to buy. And you're actually going to drive away the real customers because you're now going to be seen as a low integrity player in the field. The same thing happens here. If everybody going to your website is low quality, then, well, your brand, your placement and your SEO is going to be god awful. The quality of people that might sign up for your email is god awful. The amount of volume you're going to have on search is going to be god awful. If you drive bad customers into your store, what you're doing is you are reducing your ability to succeed, raising the cost of everything across the stream, lowering the conversion rate of every other effort you have that is demand and inventory based, and all so that you can feel good about some number that doesn't even mean you made a sale. So yes, cost per click and click-through rate are garbage metrics for garbage thinking, and I will 100% die on that hill. If you like what I had to say here, subscribe to me up there, or, you can just watch this other video. I have no idea what it is, but YouTube says you should check it out. Hi, I'm Charlie.